Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, Master of Propaganda, Hero of the Reich, Defender of the Fatherland, here to deliver to us, and here's another glorious Propagandacast. We shall be watching Darealslimshady, though probably not the actual real Slim Shady, just saying, fighting for the Wehrmacht. Fighting for the, I don't know, let's just say the Panzerlehr. Opposing him shall be FnPenjoy. Enjoy fighting for the, I don't know, 21st Infantry Division on a mission of, well, not quite mercy, but destroying the Huns, the Krauts, Jerrys. A note right here, we're seeing a 3 engineers start, but with the barracks, obviously he's hoping to sort of seize the initiative early on, seize as much territory as he can, deny it to the Krauts, and then throw in some riflemen to kick some ass. Whereas the real Slim Shady is taking the sort of more casual approach. Note, this is Angoville, the fields of Angoville, known for their fieldness and their hedgerows. But full scale start out, so obviously in that sense, if the real Slim Shady manages to catch FnPenjoy and sort of realizes, oh my goodness, he's standing quite a bit of engineers, he could theoretically put an advantage using his early infantry advantage, but again, not very likely to happen. But this is also one of the reasons why I usually tend to go for the Wehrmacht second, because then I can actually detect how many engineers does he have on the field, what is he doing? And in that case I do spot, a larger amount of engineers than usual. He's going for a delayed infantry, I'll go in for the kill. That sort of thinking. And we even see a jeep out for FnPenjoy from the beginning. That could really be to the advantage of the real Slim Shady if he manages to leverage it in the correct manner. In the meanwhile, Pioneers pushing up the right hand side. Squad number 2 of Volkswagen soon ready. Jeep hoping to do a bit of harassment, but not necessarily the best idea to try and harass the Volkswagen. Rather go for the more squishier Pioneer targets, and I do think that might have been a slightly missed opportunity right there by Enjoy. Enjoying himself a bit too much rather than going for the actual targets. And now we do see the Volkswagens linking up, thus creating a much stronger infantry force. At the same time, we do see some riflemen finally popping up for Enjoy, but they will find themselves in a considerable bit of trouble trying to take on 10 Volksgrenadiere. 10 men of the Wehrmacht on a mission. Franz Führer himself. No, not quite. And trying to get into the house, but the Americans somehow just managed to get first-hand rights. They called it dibs. Somehow. Always been one of the oddities of coming here. We do see the Jeep moving about. Volkswagen trying to pull away. Several losses are in fact acquired due to the structure. And again, note the windows right here making this a very dangerous position. And they did all retreat with considerable losses as well. So quite the sudden reversal right there for Enjoy. All the facts to a house. So again, positions matter, including structures matter, but also the right houses matter. I mean, again, something with only one window out here would not have sufficed. We do see the Pioneer engineers fighting over here. Looks like the Pioneers might slightly win that. And then right there, the Jeep sort of lays clear. There's absolutely nothing here. Why don't you move in and go for the cutoff point? And in that sense, I mean, Slim Shady is actually in considerable trouble because he's got nothing defending here. And he's not even got an MG. He's got 3 squads of Volkswagen, so that's a pretty aggressive Wehrmacht start. And he's going for a sniper. Highly irregular play, or at least somewhat irregular play. Not the sort of usual thing you see. Alright, there we do see that a lot of the territory has been cut off for the Wehrmacht. Certainly not the best of starts that the real Slim Shady had there. Caught right here, of course, he could have considered just moving down here and lay up some sandbags, and that might actually benefit him more. Either way, too late now, but forcing away the riflemen, securing the point again, moving out once more in the name of the fatherland. Encountering riflemen rather swiftly and realizing there are better places to go. The other side of the road is a silly place anyways. Flame for engineers. Sniper almost done. Bit of a cold. Engineers moving out. And there we go, sniper ready. He could also consider taking up now if he so wanted. Of course, get an MG42. Svers MG 42. Now he's taking up Skirmish Phase. Ho. Whatever. Engineers pushed off. Bang. Pioneers are reinforcing. Riflemen pushing up here against the Volksgrenadiers. Sniper moving in. Die Scharfschütze. And Riflemen all of a sudden find themselves with a bullet lodged in their brain. Something known to be quite often fatal. But not always. We do see the Jeep moving up against the Volksgrenadiers. Volksgrenadiers holding out decently well enough. And we do see some pioneers on the run on the right hand side. Current map control in the hands of the Yankees of the 21st Infantry Division. Kriegberg's going up. Panzerlehr fighting on. Sniper sneaking up. Getting a rifleman. 3 killed so far.
Great, another replacement. We're ready. You need any construction? Yes, Kamerad.
Volksgrenadiers rather spread out, although some probably going to try and protect the sniper, which would be a good idea, in particular if the Jeep just decides to charge in like some maniac. Motor pool going up. Huge focus there from Enjoy. Only 3 riflemen scorched, rather usual sort of thing. You actually don't go for the full amount of riflemen when you go for this sort of start. Instead, you sort of try and push it towards an advantage. Either you go for Browning automatics earlier than possible, or you go for an armored car, sort of rush with motor pools, in which case this looks to be what Enjoy is doing. Although we do see Kriegbergs up soon, there'll probably be a pack 38 very much on the way as well soon. But the riflemen and going in, and the Volksgrenadiers managed to Panzerfaust the Jeep. Crew sent on quite the exciting trip across a very small part of France. Volksgrenadiers fighting over here as they're going to get overwhelmed by engineers and riflemen. Might want to consider other places to reside in, slightly safe places with more Germans nearby. Another squad moves in, and mine goes off somewhere, killing what? Well, pioneers went down. They stepped on a mine. And the riflemen continue to take the point despite being picked off. One guy looking a bit angry about it. And there we go, they do swiftly retreat. Following that, pack ready. Kampfkraft center going up. Ready to deliver Kampfkraft to the German Soldaten. Otherwise known as large quantities of German lager. Well, probably not. It was there to sort of more reflect that more veteran troops are being sent off initially, that the sort of first line troops are pretty raw ones for some reason. Armour coming out, no armoured skirts yet. Going for the cutoff point again. Not really again the sort of grand looking thing for Darealslimshady, although these riflemen are also taking considerable beatings. Looks like we might be seeing a nice counter push towards this point, hoping to throw the Germans off it. Veterans 1 ready. Minesweeper's out. He's not going to get caught off guard once more by a mine. There you go, the Greyhound rolls in. And fires away. Puts him in a bit of trouble. Armour car having fun while the anti-tank is slowly being pushed over. And the Americans pretty much begin seizing what is left. At the same time, we do see a minor push towards the fuel point over here, knowing that he probably needs to make some sort of progress somewhere.
The enemy advances.
Otherwise, his American opponent will win the game as a bit too easily. Spotting the mines there, but they are sent off by the armor car, and the armor car continues, probably going to stop the Volksgrenadiers from taking the point right there. While the anti-tank and his Mac go on the left-hand side. Advancing up here with a bit more focus. The point is rendered neutral.
The enemy is seizing our territory.
Another sniper on the way for Slim Shady.
Our forward supply lines are broken.
Interesting. Not what I expected. I might have fought some grenadiers. Now we're seeing support veterans who won.
Okay, Volksgrenadiers.
Armor coming out and straight in front of the pack, takes a nasty hit. Another shot flies and misses.
Sniper very forward. Belongs to Germany.
Fuel point once more resecured.
Veterancy gained.
And the alpha stress test is very much coming to a close. A few more days and it is over, and we will have to wait for the beta. And of course, being one step closer to the release of Company Here's 2. Rifleman sniped, shot through the head. Pack moving in, hoping to catch the armor car, although the armor car is quick to sort of sneak away, knowing that there's probably going to be a pack coming its way. Minor engagement over here on the right-hand side. Volksgrenadiers versus the riflemen are definitely worse off, having absolutely no cover while being fired at by troops in light cover. Armor car quickly pulling in for a pit stop before going out on another destruction derby against the Germans. Let's go have a look at Enjoy. Going for the weapons report and getting a sniper of his own. Probably not knowing that the Germans have two, which could prove to be disadvantageous, since of course Slimshady's keeping them together.
We're back at full fighting strength.
So either it could work out well, he gets one, the other misses, or he could risk he gets one and then the counter sniper gets him and then continues just killing American troops. Armor car pulling up there against the Volksgrenadiers, hoping to protect the fuel point. Looks like he might succeed. 50 caliber nicely suppressing the troops and pushing them off. There we go, the American sniper is ready. No supplied upgrade, no supplied upgrade. That is definitely a shame. And again, no medic station, no medic bunker either for the Germans. Mine spotted, going to get swept up like dirt with a broom. Except it's probably not quite the same process when it comes to actually dealing with mines. But a large push right here. Very blobby, human wave-like. I mean, if he was to go blitzkrieg, he could just lob assault grenades right into the first units. He would pretty much cat the entire force and knock it out.
Infantry squad reporting casualties.
And a squad actually goes down. More interesting to note is actually that so far he's not bothered with a single heavy machine gun, which is to a certain extent actually encouraging Enjoy to do something like this. Charging in, slowly spreading out to take points. Mine goes off, almost killing a squad. Snipers opening up, getting hunted down a bit. Volksgrenadiers moving, and we're seeing veterancy too for the German infantry, but as of yet, no grenadiers, so a bit wasted. And there we go, 2 men down rather quickly from the snipers. And the armor car moving in for a bit of fun. Unleashing death in a variety of flavors. Well, the American, and there we go, he gets a German sniper, and the other German sniper fails to avenge his comrade. He shall have to live with the shame for the rest of his life if he doesn't just get sniped as well. So definitely a bit of a shame there. And the other sniper pretty much just turned himself in right there. FnPenjoy ready now for some actual grenadiers. Will benefit from it much more from veterancy 2. Bit of light work on the right hand side with some pioneers. Points are being taken away from the Wehrmacht. Troops are getting sniped, shot at, and other sorts of nasty things. And artillery going in on the pack and on the German troops. Will the pack escape the high explosive 105mm rounds? Looks like it. There's a bit of a wasted barrage right there from Enjoy. I'm guessing he's not entirely pleased, and we are seeing a back now out to try and flush out the sniper and allow the German snipers to get a shot right between the eyes.
Ready to get this done.
And the rifleman sniped. Pack moving up.
Looks
like we fight today.
Lines of engagement beginning. Pack also ready. No, wait, it's there though. So getting ready. And there go the bike leading the way. And there we go. The sniper's forced away just before the German sniper can get him. And the armor car's quick to move in and falls away the bike.
Where we headed?
Veterans who want on the armor car increasing speed. Minor advance on the right hand side. And more artillery this time against the German Volksgrenadiers. And 2 are immediately killed. And quite the explosion.
Artillery support is now available.
And supply yard. Up. Germans now moving up with support from the Volksgrenadiers.
A fuel point is being seized.
And a bit of work there. So far, so good. And the armor car moving out. Bit of light weaving from them both. Bike out. No further structures going on here. Could be taking up though. His pioneers are waiting here. And we are seeing the red flash on the building. Armor car moves in against the Volksgrenadiers. Could we be seeing a Panzerfaust? And we are seeing the Grenadiers moving in with a Panzerschreck. We also seeing engineers moving in with a flamethrower. This could turn out to be quite something. No Panzerfaust though. No Oh, there we go. Panzerfaust. And Panzerschreck. 2 Panzerschrecks. Grenadiers have been fully equipped up to a Panzerjäger team. And they have almost knocked out the armored car. The main gun is wrecked. Only the 50 caliber is working. And now the Grenadiers just can't seem to hit the broadside of Oban. At the same time, a vast American offensive moves in towards the west. A wave of riflemen with Browning automatics forcing away the snipers and the Volksgrenadiers before them. And the armored car looks like to escape. The Grenadiers having trouble because they lack anti-infantry weapons. And they're getting cooked by the engineers. And they fail up close. And there we go, a full retreat, allowing the armored car to live another day. At the same time, Panzer Command is going up for Darealslimshady for the 21st Panzer Division. Probably the best equipped division on the Western Front. Better equipped than the SS Division, for that matter. Was able to fully equip its battalions with half-tracks, not something other divisions could actually manage, unless there were some pretty lucky ones or rare ones. Had the latest Panzers, had the latest equipment overall, we're even there to test some pretty new uniforms. And technically even had the new Yak Panzer IV, I believe. Sadly, Relic never took that into the game. Always thought that was a bit of a shame. And here's the on the move. And a Panzerschreck actually gets a rifleman, leaving him a bit winded. Panzer Command soon done, and there we go. A wonder of concrete and corrugated iron. Though not necessarily very practical. And folks going to assault right here once more, having trouble as the armor car once more moves into harass. Really nice use of the armor car. He's not using it to attack the hardest spot. It's basically just using it to harass at the weaker spots, at the flanks, causing damage and untold woe. Which is definitely one of the better ways to actually use an armored car. And again, some players, in particular the more novice ones, do mistake armored cars for tanks. Which is definitely not the best thing to do. And already the Panzer Command is at work.
Ready to go.
Points are being secured, and let's speed things up as both players are obviously going to make some force for an attack. And there we go, 3 Volksgrenadiers Pioneers with Minesweepers and the Sniper. Die Scharfschütze. And there we go, Infantry Angreif on the way. Sniper clearing out the heart attacks while the Fulskers do what they can. Although one squad upgrade with an MP40 might have benefited them a bit. Grenadiers pushing up there against the Engineers pack and support, leaving in fact this side rather likely defended against armor or any sort of vehicle. Sniper opens up and Sniper doesn't get the counter snipe. Fulskers having heavy trouble. The 50 caliber now armor cut is veteran T2. More 50 caliber rounds unleashed. Fulskers Grenadiers are simply getting torn up. They are taking considerable losses. And there we go, Panzerkampfwagen 4 moving in. And the Engineers clear out the pack on the right hand side. Fulskers taking heavy losses. Will the Panzer IV get the armored car, the Greyhound? Will it end its existence? The bane of the German infantrymen. With 18 kills, by the way, no. Panzer IV is getting slightly forced away due to the presence of riflemen which could sticky bomb it. Though Panzer IV is quickly working out on ensuring they will not be able to sticky bomb anything ever again. And there we go. Riflemen were pretty badly mauled right there by the Panzer IV. Armor car repair. Tank depot up for FnPenjoy as well. Will you actually be getting a mix of Shermans and tank destroyers? Only Shermans or only tank destroyers? And there we go. The first Hellcat is out. Something went badly over here and looks like the Ritterkreuzträger out. With their Sturmgewehrs. And another coordinated push through the center. Tank destroyer providing support. Help! Oh, the other Panzer IV not received veteran seats coming under fire. More Knights Cross on the way for the Darealslimshady. And the Panzer IV is in considerable trouble. Hellcat could win this. The Panzer IV needs to retreat and get some repairs. At the same time, a push up down the right hand side, going for the cutoff point. Nicely done with the Grenadiers, although again, they could risk easily getting run off by a few riflemen. Or some flamethrower Engineers again. And another Knights Cross squad, and there we go. Armor car moving in. Grenadiers hiding up in the house, which could actually be the bane of the armor car, the end of it. Rifleman up, will the Grenadiers knock it out? And there we go, Engineers. Armor car quickly pulls up behind the wall. And there we go, Pandrick actually kills a rifleman. Knights Cross charge in, their Sturmgewehrs ending everything before them. And the Grenadiers following up. Further engagement up here. Heavy losses. Panzer IV still not been repaired. Sniper unleashes fury on the Germans. And artillery going in against the Panzer IV and the anti-tank and following up on it. Crew dying. This could be the end of the anti-tank gun. Fulskers is also getting shredded. And that was the end of the anti-tank gun. There is nothing left but shattered steel. Definitely looking a bit problematic for the Germans at the moment. Mildly put. So of course we'll have to see how this one evolves. And another push going for the cutoff. Panzer IV moves in, but at half health. No veterans for it. No repairs affected. Knights Cross moving in, trying to trap the riflemen, but the Hellcats are moving in. And the armor car still patrolling the right hand side. And looks like the Panzer IV will go down. And the Grenadiers aren't actually moving in. That's a shame. They could have probably dealt with these Hellcats pretty easily. And in fact, that is rather the Achilles heel of FnPenjoy's current plan with just lots of Hellcats. Anti-tank infantry can pretty much easily sort them out, since they're not meant to deal with infantry. Oh, Sniper could actually go down to the Knights Cross. And probably will. There we go, caught on the roping, and good night. Hellcats trying to kill as many Fulskers as possible. These Fulskers will need to retreat. Rückzug. And they died an inglorious death. Might it be that he will try and go for a Panther now? That would possibly solve some of the issues. Now sending in the Grenadiers on their own though.
Was wünschen Sie? What do you want? We are ready to push back the Yankees. We have 300 points left.
And a fresh attack. Now with riflemen to lead the way against the Grenadiers. Will it be enough though? Another anti-tank gun on their way. Could risk suffering the same fate as the second one due to all the artillery now available to enjoy. Who has scored infantry?
The Americans are capturing a sector.
Riflemen are rather quickly dropping here. On the right hand side versus the Volkskriegs and light cover while they have none cover to hide behind. And there we go, the Volkskriegs managed to win that one. Another Panther on the way. I would actually thought he would go for a Panther. Oh well, you live and you learn. Pack getting discovered, uncovered. Grenadiers, Pioneers dying in the Knight's Cross falling up on the other side. And the anti-tank gun once more finds itself without a crew, and artillery gets called in, and Joy is pretty much just going to sort that one out. Hellcats continue, another one out. Again, not the best method for dealing with infantry, mind you. Grenadiers are moving closer. Oh, never mind, they're actually moving away farther. There we go, the Panzer IV rolls out once more without veterancy still. And the Hellcats are arriving. The Grenadiers are trying their best. Getting burned alive there, getting toasted. Volkskriegs arriving. Panzer IV, very low on health. Base MGs saves the Volksgrenadiers from being charged. Will they try to Panzerfaust the Hellcat? By the way, main gun destroyed. And there we go, Hellcats just don't actually continue to hunt it down, which is interesting. Of course, there's the problem with the infantry as a push, but again, his Sherman might have helped with that then. And again, something he is lacking is a Sherman that can deal with infantry. Hellcats simply will not cut it in the long run against infantry. So that he insists on continuing to do it is just a bit odd. Mildly put. And now we see the Hellcat sort of trying to get away, the armor car getting away, and there we go, one Hellcat separated from the flock, out of control. The Hellcat pack is suffering now. More Panzerx, another damaged engine again. Hellcats are quite vulnerable to anti-tank infantry. And now Slim Shady's pretty much just going to punish that weakness. Since Enjoy failed to get anything that could stop infantry, like say a few Shermans, and a King Tiger could get called in any second now. Which, considering the heavy tank destroyer losses just suffered, whoops, is definitely going to hurt him and leave him considerably vulnerable. As the Königstiger rolls out onto the field. Knocking out the outhouse, by the way.
He has the point.
Securing points. Armored car playing around with the King Tiger, although the question is, of course, for how long. And straight into Panzer IV. Or for that matter, the Grenadiers with Panzerx. And there we go, the gunner dies. And there we go. Panzerx, go! Main gun destroyed, but still alive, still alive. Artillery going in against... No. Apparently not. And one last Hellcat moving in a nice position, but a bit overwhelmed. Grenades actually now out from FnPenjoy. That's peculiar. And looks like he might actually try for an off-map combat group. Because he's saving up for it, and he's got the manpower for it, he's got the command points for it. Will he then actually go for it? It's the question.
Reinforcements ready to roll.
And there we go. Oh, what? Mortar rifleman. 2 mortars on a tank. Not a lot there. He's got 2 tank destroyers, but I imagine he was hoping for a few more to be delivered through the off-map combat group. But apparently High Command could not be asked to provide him with what he so desired. Which of course happens when you try to use off-map combat group to be the main deliverer of units. Sometimes you might get what you want, but most of the time you get something a bit more random. Panzer IV getting repaired. Infantry moving out. In der Name des Vaterlandes. Königstiger holding up. And there we go, pushing forwards with Volksgunners and Knights Cross, though the Volksgunners take the majority of the losses, and the 2 mortars are firing away. Wait, one of them is, anyways. I think the other might move over to cover the western point. Hellcats moving into the mess, into the mire. And Veteran G2 for Rifleman scored. And Propaganda Walk clearing out the infantry. That's going to help allow the infantry to move in, including the Panzer Grenadiers with the Panzer Rex. And there we go, nice hit. Although Hellcat is trying to squeeze, and we do see the armor coming in, but it is also very damaged. And there we go, Panzerfaust knocks out the engine, and the Panzer IV finishes the job. And now we do see the Knights Cross finishing off the rest. Another Hellcat though arrives, but it is simply too late. The first one has fallen. And the anti-tank gun finds itself pushed off the field as the veteran Knights Cross move in with their assault rifles tearing through their friends, causing a bit of a quandary. And now the King Tiger is actually clearing out all the bocage. Could be trying to ensure the Americans have nothing to hide behind. Mortar a bit on its own. Not the sort of situation you want to find yourself in. Behind a wall as the only defense as King Tigers and Volksgunners move in. And there we go, run off. And the King Tiger discreetly pulls back. And the problem is at the moment that FnPenjoy taking a bit of trouble actually at gathering a sort of force that could take on the King Tiger. He doesn't even seem to be trying. He's going to need quite a few Hellcats to simply be able to overwhelm it, and in this current situation, I mean, Darealslimshady's King Tiger is ripe for it. I mean, consider where all of his other anti-tank assets are. They're on the left-hand side. The Panzer IV, the Grenadiers with dual Panzer Rex, at least nowhere near to support it. Yet he's actually insisting on sending in on possibly even wasting it, although he might get the Panzer IV, even then he's also moving close, and there we go. It happened. Hellcat needs to go. He did not get the Panzer IV. It's going to need time, of course. You see the King Tiger moving westwards. Which also proved disadvantageous. No, it's moving up. Hellcat, though, needs to get away, and again, he needs to basically gather enough, like 4 or 5, and then just swarm the King Tiger. That is major weakness. And in that sense, the Darealslimshady is hoping. He is desperately hoping that FnPenjoy does not exploit it, because again, that is what most American players would do. They see, oh wait, the King Tiger is on its own. That means he has nothing to cover its sides or its rear. Let's just overwhelm it and basically just knock it out in short order. But he's actually hoping for another off-map combat group, partly because he's also lacking the fuel. Still not necessarily what you want to do. Pull back the Hellcat completely. I would also recommend actually using the Greyhound to basically lay down a Greyhound mine behind the King Tiger. And then, when of course when he's mobilized, he could even call in artillery. And once more, anything but what he needs. He's not getting Hellcat, he's getting Rangers, driving mortar and anti-tank, but nothing that could definitely put the King Tiger out of commission. He could try calling in artillery on it now to sort of do some damage. And we are again seeing him going for the cutoff for the territorial choke point.
They have two.
Hoping to choke the life out of the Darealslimshady, but sadly that's not working. Sniper fire, ever fun. And a propaganda wall just to add insult to injury. Mortar is firing though, and is quickly repositioning. At the same time, German offensive going in, Knights of Knights Cross, and the Volkskriegs with a stolen American Browning automatic, although they shall be mortared very soon. And there we go, man down, man down. And the armored car reporting it is elite, veteranry free, giving it a damage bonus. That's actually quite nice. But not the sort of thing that's going to stop a King Tiger, I'm afraid to report.
Supply lines are broken. We have territory cut off from supply.
Listen up, Rangers.
And that's of course moving on the right hand side. So Panzerlehr, Ritterkreuzträger. The Lehr basically meaning it's a training instruction unit. There had been many sort of minor units before it, but the Panzerlehr was really the first attempt to sort of, well, the attempt to sort of form it into a full division. Until that, before it had been regiments. There had been a Infantry Lehr regiment, there had been artillery Lehr regiments, which had fought in, for example, Italy. But it was under Guderian, I believe, that was actually formed into the Panzerlehr. And we do see two snipers out again for Slimshady to basically sort out the King Tiger, the anti-tanker, not the King Tigers. Good lord. That would be desperately wishful thinking from the American side. That's now clear a King Tiger. Rifleman getting sorted out and run off. And currently, due to the rather lackluster part of FnPenjoy's forces, I mean, the King Tiger can pretty much roam on its own without a lot of support. Which is definitely a huge problem for FnPenjoy, but a huge benefit for Slimshady. Bit of a swinging back and forth, but overall things are turning in Slimshady's favour. Artillery going down on the left hand side. Probably to stop the German infantry. They'll get something else, I'm not entirely sure. The assault continues. Grenadiers holding down, but the Knights Cross continue. Mowing down enemy hands, and grenade goes off, actually damaging the Americans more than the Germans. And there we go, the armor car actually ends up becoming a casualty to the King Tiger. Veterans are free or not, it matters very little when a high explosive, well, armor-piercing 88mm round comes out from a high-velocity gun. Which I suspect would just pretty much just shredded the armored car with its sheer force. And he's actually, I think, trying to sort of mortar away and showing the Germans can't advance in, perhaps even hitting the sniper. Which is alright, except he's mortaring the very same little spot instead of sort of trying to cover a larger area with the mortar rounds, which is pretty much allowing Slimshady to just move into another larger force from the other side, around it. Which pretty much renders it an exercise in futility for FnPenjoy. I suspect he's not quite enjoying this. Another unit down, mortar crew probably went down. And we do see some rather desperate forces being assembled. Low number squads. And the anti-tank is in trouble, the rifleman problems. Everything FnPenjoy has is pretty much in trouble. And veterancy free infantry out. having all the fun they can have. And even stealing the anti-tank, and interestingly enough. And we see an American sniper out, hoping to get the German ones. And gets one in return. Another Panzer IV on the way for Slimshady. And the Panzer. Got a bit quiet again for the moment.
Supplies taken. Pass the word back.
But there were several sort of elite army regiments in the Wehrmacht, not SS, but actual army, which tend to actually be better equipped than the SS. They're not the sort of thing you actually hear about much. There was the Panzer on the western front, and on the eastern front there was the Großdeutschland Division, which even provided units for the Führer's security. And which were later actually committed to the Ardennes in their own brigades. Which also meant that, rather interestingly enough, the Großdeutschland's only real fights on the western front were those brigades sent in. More specifically the Führer Grenadier Brigade, which had an interesting mix of units. Some of its parts were good, other parts were basically just old Landsturm units, which were basically old militia units. Well, old security units more specifically. The Landsturm, which actually comes from older Prussia, where they were the term for basically sort of a militia-like unit. But apparently they had all of a sudden become Panzer Grenadiers and fought right there as a bicycle-mounted unit in the Führer Grenadier Brigade, and I believe also the Führer Brigade. Lots of fun stuff there. But Volkskriegs's getting assaulted right there. Riflemen, Rangers and such moving in. I do hope companies eventually sort of visits the Ardennes in a rather interesting manner. That would be pretty fun. That's not to say I'm not appreciative of the Eastern Front, but I think also the Ardennes could be interesting. In particular if you get to see the Jagdpanzer IV. Knights Cross getting pushed off, Volkskriegs getting assaulted, murdered, slaughtered, burned, toasted. Oh dear, and that's another squad gone. Very little infantry at the moment for the Darealslimshady. Another Panzer IV on the way. Still no vets. Oh wait, he actually has veterans for it finally. Another Panzer IV moving in, going for the cut-off. And we do see the King Tiger responding again, pretty much without fear, because again there's largely nothing Enjoy can do, or seems wanting to do. Despite again this pretty much massive, vast, grand opportunity to actually sort of get a King Tiger on his own, he's simply not mustering the forces to do so. And we also see a V1 rocket being prepared. It's a Vengeance rocket, actually. The V1 stands for Vengeance, or in German, Vertügelung. I'm not really good on that part when it comes to German, the more specific concepts, I'm afraid. That was it, and apparently there was also something with V, which actually also means failure, which is part of a German pun after they sort of first one saw was actually close and hitting them, and they sort of made a joke about it. Rather interesting stuff again. Right here, oh, nice blast right there from the King Tiger. Damaged engine, going for the point. Panzer IV moving in to support. But again, this stage it pretty much looks like game over for Enjoy and the 21st Infantry Division. The Panzer has crushed them beneath their treads. Trying to get the anti-tank gun mounted by the brave Volksgrenadiers, and a firestorm goes in, probably right around here. What are we actually talking here? Oh wait, there we go, against the anti-tank gun. Crew suffering an incendiary death. And looks like a rifle squad went down. And another squad of Volkskriegs went down. Oh no, never mind, that's the anti-tank and crew. The thing is, they actually report on if you recruit something with it, then when you finally get the report they've been killed, you get reported what was the unit originally was. So again, if you recruit that with Volksgunners, you get Volksgunners killed, Grenadiers killed, Stormtroopers killed, or forging or whatever. That's sort of how it works. A bit curiously, but still. Riflemen getting blasted horribly. The folks are suffering greatly there, but again, 21st Infantry is pretty much buggered. Sehr fail against the might of the Panzerlehr. And we get something about excellent work, Gunner, worthy of a promotion. Ah yes, always love that little banter there, and of course looking forward to it in company views too. Should be quite something to listen to. Panzer IV advances, Riflemen still sneaking up behind lines. King Tiger firing. And we also see the Riflemen Rangers moving in towards the southern victory point. A desperate last bit, perhaps. Losing control of all the victory points. Sniper moving in. Might try to call in a V1, perhaps. I don't know. Rangers hiding up in the building. And sneaky bomb on the Panzer IV. So Rangers already down, though. And the Panzer IV just rolls through everything. And he is taking heavy losses. I think a squad almost went down there. Mortar down. Riflemen could soon be going down. And that. And actually calling in a V1 rocket, but it is too late. GG. Well played. And game over. I mean, we saw an interesting fight here. But in the end, I mean, again, it's sort of the problem sometimes with some American players is sort of, what should I go for? I just go for what I think is safest, but not necessarily the most optimal choice. And again, he should have had at least one Sherman to deal with the infantry. Otherwise, the problem was his Hellcats were way too vulnerable to Panzer, which allowed pretty much Darealslimshady to come back with some more armor. Failure number 2 was not, trying to overwhelm the King Tiger with lots of tank destroyers. Another one, I suppose, was not enough mines later on, and no medic station. Overall, basically, Slim Shady was able to turn things around. He was able to actually do something which I would call rather sloppy heavy armor work, which is basically moving about on its own. And that really, really is not something you should allow a Wehrmacht player to do. You should absolutely punish it with swarms of tank destroyers or something else. That did not happen, and that pretty much allowed Slim Shady to flourish by focusing on his other forces over here, which Enjoy just continued to hammer his head into. Not really good there. But I hope you enjoyed this match. If you did, why not subscribe, tell your friends, and if you didn't, well, why not send a replay of your own. This is FnPenjoy saying cheers.